Um, this is a photo of Betsy and me that was taken in 1989. And I was 44 and Betsy was 38. And this is how I remember her. We shared the art spirit, handed down. Here we go, by my mother. Oh, you see this? Betsy passed away.
Betsy passed away this past May 2020. We miss her presence and her lively personality.
Okay, right here.
The idea of this presentation came from Wynn Caldwell, who's in the Middlebury Friends meeting. He did his artwork and his mother's artwork.
Olive's artwork. Next slide. Let's see. Will it come? There it is. This is a ceramic fish bowl that Betsy made at the Philadelphia College of Art, where that was her alma mater. And she started her work in clay. The scales of the fish are amazing, and they go around the bowl until you see the tail at the end of the bowl there. The two small fish were made as party favors. This motif is found in many of her sculptures. Let's see, this bowl is about 5.5 inches tall and about 9 inches wide. I must say, this was one of the most difficult slides to take, and I did it. Tom did all the rest.
Yeah, and yours is the best photo.
Yeah, I had to own that one. Okay. Next slide. These are Betsy's tiles. She did a lot of them with many subjects. She had several Christmas shows with a new tile every year of trees and snowflakes and tree decorations and sleds. She also did tiles for the Shad Festival every spring in Lambertville, New Jersey, along the Delaware River. And that's the tile of the mermaid. That's a self-portrait there of Betsy at the Shad Festival in the river with the shad. And the tile above it is Betsy's boat. It's done in painted colored glazes and was Betsy's restored rowboat used on the Delaware. Next slide. This is the little girl with the inner tube. It's a self-portrait of Betsy. She did it the way she looked at 5 years old, the way she remembered it. When I first saw it, I said, the little girl looked determined, and Betsy laughed. And she said that was the name she had given this painting. With her spring summer tiles, Betsy did a small tile of the determined painting from the oil painting. And she did a tile from the painting, the one that's on the right there.
And the painting was done from a photograph.
No, not that one.
Wasn't it? Oh, sorry.
It's our stage crew on the side there. Okay, next. Now, this is an oil painting of Hobart and Jen, and I know they're listening. So, this is Betsy's oil painting of our son, Hobart Kopic, with then Jen Sangster, just after his graduation from UVM in 1996 in International Studies, magna cum laude. Hobart and Jen were married 1 year later. Betsy did the oil painting to celebrate their wedding in 1997. The photograph on the side is done by Janet Sachs from Rutland, and Betsy did her painting from that photograph. Next slide. This is kind of a departure from Betsy's work, a landscape. It's the banks of the Delaware River at Lambertville, New Jersey. It also has the free use of color, reminiscent of the fauve movement. After landscapes in oil, Betsy completed many collages, the process similar to early tiles that she had finished. Next painting, next slide. The following acrylic paintings are mine. The first three of these paintings are inspired by streams. The first one is called Moving Toward the Solstice. It arrived from a brook coming down from Silver Lake in Salisbury, Vermont in the fall. I liked the ripples in the water. The yellow leaf shapes dot the shorelines. Next slide. Maybe. Oh, there it is. This is a fall stream called Meandering. It's a brook in the woods behind our house, not moving very fast. The colors are deep into fall. It has a russet colored rock, which is also in the next painting. Next slide. Oh, geez. This painting is called Running. It's the same stream as in the previous fall painting. It is a winter study. I like the white spaces better. They offer more room. The colored rock in the upper left in this painting is also in the fall painting of the same stream. This was done in 2006. Next slide. This is entitled Now from 2009. It is a new style, although painted earlier than the last three paintings. It came from flowers that were in a round glass bowl. They escaped. Tom thought that was very funny. The solid colors in the background have become a common style of mine. Robert Henri in The Art Spirit says the background is as important as the subject itself. Now, I think you really have to think about that one, because I wonder about that. But he said it was so. Whoops. Next slide. This is Unspoken Language, 2018. I began painting smaller canvases. I didn't seem to need to paint large pieces like my earlier works. I was seeing how pieces fit together and letting these shapes go wherever they will. It's a freedom of color and shape to me. The title doesn't have to explain why it is. It just landed where it wanted to be, where it wanted to be. The unspoken language is that it doesn't have to explain why. Next slide. This painting is now in Betsy's home in Woodbury, Connecticut. It's called Yellow Leaves. So I don't really remember what the name of this painting was, but it came from an arrangement of leaves and hydrangea blossoms, small cotton-like shapes with blue dots. I liked the way the dark blue accented the yellow leaves. They seem to be flying. The coral background is the calmer side. My sister Betsy liked this painting during a visit. She said she didn't want to ask me to give it to her. She asked to buy it. And I said, it's yours. Okay, next slide. Boy, we are going through this really fast. This is Channel. It's 12 by 12. It's very recent, probably the last couple of years. This is one of my favorite paintings. I love looking at the tops of trees in the wind. If you watch, you can see how the strength of the wind picks up and how the weather changes. The branches move together with the wind. I can watch that for hours. I do. I really like it. So that's a miniature version there. And that's the same way I do a lot of paintings with the background like that, with solid colors, different solid colors. The next one is called Meeting. It's from 2019. Oh, there they are. These are leaves relating to each other, all different shapes, colors, sizes. They also have different locations. After a while, it reminded me of our silent meeting. It is one of the newer paintings. I like it very much. Next slide. This painting is called Peace is Fragile. It was painted maybe 10 years ago. The circle here is frightening, like the recent insurrection. The painting is not easy to look at. It's got lots of turbulent energy. The extreme unrest has appeared earlier, not to the same extent. We are watching this horror crumble. Next slide. Next slide. Well, there it is. This is Ellipse, a painting of calming colors, an oval or ellipse shape, although it seems like a circle. It was an arrangement in a circular glass bowl. The lighter yellow band at the bottom makes it appear like it is rocking. I don't get tired of looking at it. I see it a lot. It's hanging next to my bed. And that's the last slide that I had in my group. I came through these faster than I thought.
But we could, I just have to say, when I was pregnant with Aeneas, I bought one of Mimi's paintings of daylilies to have as a focal point while I was going through labor. So I have this deep connection to her artwork, and it's wonderful to see and have you explain it. So I think maybe it's true that you're happy to take questions.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So please.
Maybe there would be a lot of questions.
Yeah, looks like Spence has one.
Spence, sorry.
Mimi, I was interested in the names, and I'm curious when you decide on a name, do you start with a blank canvas and say, I'm going to paint XYZ, or does the name sort of grow out of the painting?
Yeah, the name does grow out of the painting. And when I'm doing it, I want to be sure I get one that I really like. So I write down several names. And then I guess it's like picking out a name for a child. You pick out the one you like the best. So that's it. So yeah, it doesn't happen before. Oh, I see Rua. Hi, Rua. Rua.
Unmuted.
Oh,
All right. Hi there.
hi.
Thanks so much, Mimi. I have a question. I love the paintings. When did you start your foray into being an artist, and how has your style changed over the years, or has it not changed and pretty much stayed the same?
Well, that's a really difficult question. I could say that my career as an artist started when I was 5. Really, I mean, interest, whatever.
Ah.
I remember it very distinctly. I was in kindergarten. It was a rainy day outside, and I saw this easel with paint jars underneath it, some brushes nearby, and a big piece of paper. And I thought, oh, let's see what happens here. And I was delighted. I thought, oh, this has got to be the most fun. So I would say all during school, I liked art. I didn't do a lot, but I always liked it. When I got to college, I majored in art. I did, although I was a member of the Wagner College choir, and the choir almost took more time than the artwork, but I liked them both very much. So, boy, Rua, your question was so hard. I don't know how to answer that. Give me the other part again. Give me the other.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just wondering if your style changed over the years. I mean, sometimes people might begin with something very realistic and then move to something more abstract. And, I just wondered if that happened, or how did this evolve? I love that your art kind of evokes emotion.
Mm.
And I think probably anybody looking at each piece might have different feelings about it. But so I just wonder, how that happened. How has your art pretty much been the same all along, the style?
No. No, it hasn't.
That's the simple answer, but
Well, in high school, I would say it was probably more realistic. And then when I got to college, it kind of started floating off, And well, Mike has a question. Did you have a question? No. That's my cousin Christine down at the bottom.
Hi, Mimi.
Hi, Christine.
Did you always paint with acrylics?
No, I didn't. I started acrylics in college. Or wait a minute. Well, halfway through college and into graduate school too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fighting an urge to run around my whole house and pick all the paintings from Betsy and Mimi and show them here.
Yeah, too, Tara.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Howard, I'm glad to see
So,
you. And,
I just
and
want
Jen.
to I want to point out for everybody that we actually have one of your paintings behind us right here.
It's been moving around before the call.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, how did you like
Oh,
that?
we got another one there at the Crawfords.
Yes, we have another one.
Oh,
Does that look familiar to you?
a little bit.
Yes. You called this entrance.
That one?
Yes. And you said it reminded you of Mount Zor Hill,
That's right.
where I lived as a teenager,
And you were married there too.
and we were married there. Yes.
Yes.
So, and I always love this picture.
Yeah, I had my bedroom for years.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you still do.
Yeah, yeah. It was a lovely gift from you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, take it down. Thank you.
Oh,
So while,
Oh, here comes another one.
oh,
I see another one is emerging.
This one's a gift from my mom to me, and it's hanging in my living room.
oh,
And I think it has a
Beautiful.
lot of the same kind of shapes and feeling of a lot of the paintings she just showed.
that's right.
Yes.
The one I'm thinking of is called Now, the one that everything jumped out of the circular bowl, the flowers.
Yeah, well, and the thing that I really like about my mom's work is she's very colorful and expressive with her lines, and it makes people feel happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not trying to make you cry. I might cry, but
Well, this is a group participation meeting.
Well, can I show one more thing? Oh, sorry, Hobart wants to. You go.
Oh, sorry, I don't need to interrupt. I just
No,
wanted
go.
to say, the reason I brought it up in the first place was because the painting above my head was painted about 30 years ago, I think. Early 90s, I would say, maybe mid 90s, 25 years ago. So I think your style has evolved over the years. So that was the point I was trying to make.
oh, that's a very good point.
Yeah, I would agree.
I
Yes.
lose all track of the years. I just look at the paintings and I don't remember when I painted them, really. Oh, there's another one. Look at that one that Jen has.
Is that yours as well?
That's Button Bay.
Yeah, so this is my very favorite Mimi painting, which she gave us as a wedding gift because she knew how much in love with it I was. And this is actually one of my favorite places at Button Bay. You go for a walk and feel glad I live here, and I'm so grateful that I do. But anyway, this has been on all of our journeys since Hope and I got married now 24 years ago. So
Oh,
anyway, but also very different style than many that we saw tonight.
well, it is. That painting was done right after a thunderstorm, right after a big thunderstorm.
Dear.
Well, nowadays,
Another Mimi original.
no,
This one's hanging in my house as well. And I just told Mom, I said, I really like that. She goes, here.
Mimi, when Mimi's painting now, she starts out with a realistic drawing of flowers or something, and then she starts painting it, and it gets more and more abstract. And in fact, if it looks too realistic, she said, "No, I got to change that. Make that more abstract. Looks too
Mom,
realistic."
Mom, can I show another Betsy thing?
Yeah.
Okay, these are made by my Aunt Betsy. I don't know if you can see it, but they're 3D birds with a glaze on top, and it's like a mom and a baby,
Check.
and they sit in my kitchen, and I love them because they're very simplistic, but they're really beautifully made. They're like hollow in the middle, and you can really see my Aunt Betsy's skill level with pottery. So yeah.
Oh,
Just wanted to
that's
show them.
beautiful.
She had a degree in pottery, correct?
She did.
Right?
Ceramics.
Betsy,
Yeah.
well,
Wasn't
I
it
don't think
ceramics?
it was,
Mimi?
I don't think it was in ceramics.
I thought she had a degree. Oh, okay.
She went to the Philadelphia College of Art. That's where she went.
Yeah.
And she was doing mostly clay at that time.
Tiles.
She also worked at a place, I think it was in Pennsylvania called Moravian Tile Works. Is that right, Hobart? Moravian Tile Works?
Yes.
And then she did some collage tile works. So the work at the end of, the most recent work that she had done was collage. So she went from
Yes.
like ceramic collages to collages with paper.
Yeah, she would rip pieces of magazine paper and use the colors from magazines and then create like a mosaic kind of. I have one somewhere.
Oh no, here it goes.
Sorry. And here's my fish. Sorry, I'm sharing a lot, but I'm going to. So here we go. It's my Betsy Love fish. Shad fish. All right. Sorry, Mom. I'm taking over. You go. Talk more.
It's okay, Tara.
I'm really proud of my mom. I think she did a great presentation, and I'm happy you're all here. I'm very proud of her and my aunt. So, yeah.
And with good reason.
Oh, thank you. That warms my heart, of course,
Aw.
from my daughter and my cousin.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
she's always been very encouraging of the arts in my life, and I think I'm
Well-
also very encouraging with art in my son's life because of her. So.
Oh,
I have a Mimi
Jeans.
painting.
you do.
I have one up here. If I can scoot back. I'm in such a dark room. Let me see if I can lighten it up. But it's called Night Leaves. And it took me a long time to figure out where it went best. But I found that I have a really large white wall. And this is all it needed. And it's very striking. I don't know if I can get it in the picture. Maybe. Do you remember painting Night Leaves?
I do, and it
Yeah.
has a double meaning. You know,
Oh,
because the light
uh-huh.
is coming between the leaves, and
yeah,
in a difficult time.
yeah, yeah,
What then what
appreciate it.
happens?
right.
Night leaves and
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Liz. I don't think I've ever seen that painting before. I thought I'd
No?
seen everything.
well, I never wondered where it was,
Oh,
but I
there's
saw
more.
Look, Cheryl's showing.
So I,
it.
this,
So
this is,
awesome.
this is not the giving birth painting, but Mimi used to do an open house every year, and then some years for the Quaker gift exchange. She would bring paintings and cards, something I always looked forward to. And I would try to get one of these. We often had host students from other countries to give to them because, you know, it's not your quintessential Vermont picture, but it is you're such a quintessential Vermont artist.
Oh, that makes me, you know, I'm owning myself. Right. Oh, that
My
painting,
mom puff up a little.
that painting is called Chef's Vase, that one that you have. Chef's Vase.
I couldn't bring myself to give it away, so I'd keep up on my desk.
Get out of the way.
I also have one.
Oh,
See it. Mini card.
oh, that's so nice that you're sharing that. It's beautiful. We all have a little of Mimi in our homes. Well, a lot of us do. A lot of us do, I should say. Yeah, a lot of us do. Yeah.
You have to say, we're feeling a little left out here. You can't go find one of these. We're going to have to get one to join the club.
I'll send you a card.
Great.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Mom, I have a question. You ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What do you think some of your biggest inspiration comes from? When you want to paint, what makes you want to paint?
Well, I think it's mainly from things outside, like flowers, trees, wind, water, that kind of thing. It's not inside. It's not where it comes from. No. So, well, it comes from the inside of me, but it's not from the inside of our house.
I noticed that water you said nature, water seems to be a inspiring subject matter for you.
Yeah, well, when I was putting these slides together, I was surprised to see, 3 stream paintings. I thought, oh, whoa. And I didn't know that 2 of them were from the same stream. I didn't even know that. I mean, I forgot, So,
Is it the
and
Stream in the Woods by your house?
yeah,
Yeah.
and the fall painting had the same big rock in it. It was light russet color. And in the fall version, in this winter version of it, the same rock was there, but it was dark russet. It was, but it was still in the same painting, But, oh.
Mhm. Thanks, Mom.
So, Mimi, how long does it typically take you to paint one of the pictures that we've seen tonight?
One man that I knew who was a watercolorist, when someone asked him that, he said, my whole life.
I understand that. That makes sense to me.
I don't think you can time something. At least I don't. I don't know what that is. When I'm painting, I have really no idea what that time is, which is great. So
I really appreciated seeing your work and Betsy's work together, because I know how much you supported each other. And I love the story of the painting that you gave to Betsy, or that she bought from you, because I've seen that and I didn't know the story behind it. So I really appreciated that.
oh, well, thank you. So she didn't pay for it. I gave it to her.
Oh, okay. When
No, in the beginning she said, I didn't think I could ask for it, so I thought maybe I should buy it first. And I said to her, you can have it. Here, it's yours, Yeah.
Well, that sounds like something Betsy would have said. So thank you. I appreciated that. And I also appreciated learning more about how you create and how you see the world. So I'm very glad to be here.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. I finally realized when I was about in 8th grade that I saw things a lot differently than other kids. And I would say, oh, well, look at this. Don't you see this thing over here? And they go, huh? I don't know what you're talking about. I thought, well, I guess that's the way it is. And it was for a long, long time. You had to choose the people you were going to talk to about it. Well, it's true.
Well,
Amy, did you and your mother and Betsy ever do artwork together? Your mom was an artist also.
Yeah, that's right. I don't remember the 3 of us working together, but I remember watching my mother a lot. I watched her a lot. One time she was doing a still life of fruit, and when she came back to paint it again, she said, where are all the grapes? And they had been eaten. I thought, oh, they were gone. But my mother went to art classes in White Plains, New York. She also, when she moved to New York City, she went to different studios in New York. She did. And Hobart has one of her giant paintings. He does. Tell them about that giant painting. Hobart.
Are you talking about the wave, Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if any of you have ever seen well, I shouldn't say it this way. It's a painting of a wave. It's very large. It probably takes up a whole wall. For a
Five
long
by
time,
6 feet, 5 by 6 feet.
for a long time, I didn't even have a place to put it because it was so big. But I found a good spot for it, and it's very happy there, and I love to see it. And it's lots of blues and turquoise and aqua, and there's so much motion in it. It's a really it's a neat painting.
Yeah, it takes the room it's in. You walk into the room and you're in the wave. It's pretty.
Well, I think that same attention to art, Mother passed it down to us. She did. She used to bring me to galleries a lot. And in Poughkeepsie, she brought me to a gallery at Vassar College. And there happened to be a Picasso painting there, the one of the young woman looking in the mirror. And I said to my mother, "That's the best painting here." And it was, you know, it really was. And in New York, she would bring me around to different galleries. And when we would go together after I was graduated from college, and we'd talk about different paintings that we were looking at, and she said, "I'm learning so much from you, dear." You know? And it was kind of turned around, you know, in the beginning. She was teaching me, and then I was talking to her about it. But she never stopped. She never stopped the painting. Never did.
You know, she studied at the Art Students League.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did.
For a long time.
I like what you were saying, Mom, about how you were introduced to this world of art through Mamie, my grandmother, your mom. And I got that from you. I'm not much of an artist myself, but certainly learned to appreciate it. And it's just interesting to sort of see how it flowed through the family. Betsy certainly brought me all around New York and to all of the museums and everything too. So it was very much a part of the family.
Plus your father, Robert, was an artist.
This is Mamie's painting. My mom's mother.
Oh.
It's also in my living room. And it's water.
Oh, yeah. Water.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Water through the ages.
But this is big water. Big water. Oh, yeah. And her wave, too. So that's lots of water. Pisces. Sarah, hi.
Hi, I'm sorry I'm so late.
Oh, that's not a problem.
I missed your whole show.
Well, it's.
I'll have to see the rerun.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, on YouTube. Right.
Oh, it's on YouTube?
Yes.
It will be, yeah.
On Cheryl's station channel, Trey Levin channel.
So we'll send you the link when it's up, and
yeah,
we're so grateful everybody came. And we invite you to come next month. John Cook, who you're seeing at least he's on my screen.
Yep.
In the lower right-hand corner is going to be, I think, talking about his drumming as a spiritual practice, but more talking about the diaspora. Do you want to say anything about what you're going to do, John?
Let me see if, am I muted? I can't tell.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. I'm thinking basically just an exploration of the diaspora, the African diaspora specifically. And I've learned a little bit about it. So I'm going to talk about it some and then play a few songs, sing a few songs, mostly about Yemaya or Yemaja. And I'd prefer it be a discussion. I'm going to be prepared to just say some things and then we can talk about it. So I welcome you all.
So you're all welcome last Thursday of the month. And Mimi, thank you so much for doing this for us. It was wonderful.
Well, thank you for asking me,
Yeah.
that I said I would like to. And then I thought, as it got closer, I thought, whoa, what did I get into?
Oh, no.
But it was a lot of fun, more fun than I thought it was going to be. So,
A lot of work.
Thank you, Mimi. It was wonderful.
Thank
It
you.
really
Thank you.
was. And thank you, everybody who showed art from all places. I love that.
Mimi Mom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having this. It's delightful to see you and to see your children and grandchild
Yeah.
and your niece. And I had a question that I didn't ask you. Was Susan as artistic as the rest of you?
well, Susan was more centered around music.
Okay.
She did, well, as a child, she did violin, she did piano, and when she was out in near Chicago, Illinois, she did bell choir with her church for young people.
Didn't she also do flute?
No, I don't remember
No?
that. No, that was Betsy.
Oh, was it?
Betsy
Betsy played the flute.
Betsy did mandolin too. She
Stop.
But Susan, well, she wasn't, she did some watercolors occasionally, but she really wasn't into it like Betsy.
Like the rest of you. Yeah.
We gotta tell them we gotta be up at 5:30 to sign up for a shot.
Oh, yeah. We're living in Florida, and tomorrow is another early day so that we can see if we can snag some vaccine for the two of us, and from one of the sources.
From the COVID lottery down here.
Yeah, it's not as easy for us as it is for you folks up there in nice Vermont.
You don't have to make an appointment?
We have to make an appointment, but first you have to be chosen.
Lottery.
You have to get on the lottery to get the appointment.
The over 65 lottery. We've been on the computer 9 times and shut out 9 times.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, well, yes, it is, but hey, it's Florida.
Yeah.
That's why they call it Florida.
Florida. Well, I finally got my appointment. It was delayed because of my email, because my email goes mimilove_ @hotmail.com. And I think in that transit in there, the underscore just disappeared. So
Okay.
I made a phone call at the end of the day, and in a half an hour, I had an appointment. Yeah.
Yes, good for you. Mimi power.
It sounds absolutely sensible.
We've got to head out, but Mimi, thank you so much. That was really beautiful, and I loved your sharing your sister's work as well.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Rua.
Really
Thank you.
fabulous.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go eat my supper now.
Thanks, Middlebury friends, for sharing your dates with us.
Mimi. Mimi, I've got a question for
Good
you.
night.
Oh, no.
My cousin, Paul Matthews, was a portrait painter and landscape painter in Lambertville, New Jersey.
Oh.
And passed away, I think, this last year. They must have known each other.
Tell me his name again.
Paul Matthews.
Oh, well, probably they did. Yeah.
I mean, he was a large figure in that particular artistic community.
Also in Keene Valley. He also had a lot of shows in Keene Valley, and
yes,
yeah, beautiful work. It's amazing.
Yes, I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well,
Amy, I just want to say I enjoyed seeing your kids too. And
Oh,
all
I-
your paintings
yeah.
from the years.
I'm so lucky because they're right here in Vermont.
Yeah.
Both of them. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice to see you, Sass. I haven't seen you in a while too. Yeah.
Oh, nice to see you, Tara. Thank you, Mimi.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thanks
everyone.
so much. I'm so sorry I missed most of it. Oh,
You'll get more.
Okay, you represented.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.